TMI warning. We talk about everything here on the show. And so AB can be a little bit less embarrassed, I guess. Or just be like, hey, I've been there too, girl. Has anyone ever had like an emergency situation when it comes to the bathroom? Like, I got an emergency. Need to be led into the bathroom right now. Please. Have you ever been there before? 855-444-6342. Why did you have an emergency bathroom situation, and where were you, AB?
So I was in New York with my mom, and we were going to see the ballet there, and we got to the theater a little bit earlier than we thought we were going to be there, and so the auditorium wasn't open yet, so the bathrooms also weren't open yet.
Oof.
And TMI, had just started my period, and so I needed to go to the bathroom now. And there was a male security guard working, so I went up to him and I was like, hey, I know the restrooms aren't open yet. Is there any way I can go really fast? And he was like, no, sorry. And I go, okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm having a woman emergency.
That's how you phrased it?
Yeah. I said, can I please use the restroom? He said, no, you can wait 30 minutes.
Whoa.
And I said it again. I was like, it is a woman emergency. And
Do you think he got it?
He definitely understood
Okay.
what I
How
was
do you
saying.
not get that?
I don't know. Guys are idiots. I was just curious.
And he was just like, no, you can find a bathroom across the street.
Okay, let me be naive and stupid for a second. What's the worst thing that can happen in this situation?
I can bleed through my pants and have to sit in blood the entire 2
Oh my
hours
gosh,
of the ballet.
yeah, that is like
Did you tell
horrible.
him that? Because that was
I don't get that
You needed to
graphic.
elaborate anymore. If you can't comprehend what a female emergency is,
I
oh my
felt very
gosh.
disrespected.
Did you?
That is
Yeah.
I did.
horrible. I would
kinda-
feel disrespected.
I would too. I'm surprised. As soon as you said it was a female emergency, I'm surprised he didn't go. Okay, well.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't uncomfortable enough to
Right.
just be like, okay, go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here, I'll walk you.
Because he has to open up the thing, so I was curious of like how bad it could be. But I feel like one of the reasons is that's embarrassing for you or terrible or whatever. But also like it's also like a hygienic issue. Like you can't have blood, like other people's blood, anywhere in public. So he would be concerned about that. So like knowing that could be the outcome, because I was curious, like, what does it mean? Like, 'cause you ruin your pants, but you were saying it could get everywhere, which I think is crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
so
then,
like
oh my God.
he would open up the door. Because he's like, this is you can't do that. What if you leave this? What if you leave this place?
Right.
Which is crazy.
But maybe he's been either burned before, or it's the policy of the place. You just can't do that. We've had issues, and sorry, that's
Well,
just
then
the way
say
it is.
that.
Yeah, I would agree. He should have said, look, can't do this. Let me tell you where the nearest one is.
Okay, I will make you feel a little bit less like, oh, this sucks. I've had an emergency, but I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go poop. And I was in the worst part of Chicago. And it was like this downtown Cicero area. Terrible. It's where I'm from. My wife's from there. I'm going to meet her dad. And we're driving. And I'm like, I got to go, man. And when you're on the highway, you're like, oh, you got to go. And so I pull over, and it's like this rundown, terrible McDonald's in the middle of the hood. And it got worse for me because my wife's like, you're going to leave me in the car as you run into this McDonald's? Like, what if something happens to me? I'm like, but I got to go. So I left her. And then I started getting in my head like, oh my God, I left her. So that made me want to go to the bathroom even more. Soon as I opened up the door, there was a man inside.
No.
He's like, get out of my house. That's what he told me. I think he lived there in the McDonald's bathroom. So I pushed him. And I shoved him in because he was coming after me.
Oh, I thought because you really had to go. I need the
I
toilet.
shoved him up against the wall and I started pooping.
I pooped on him.
No, that's what your visual was.
I was like, man, Bret really had to go.
And then he went right in front of him, just right in front of this guy.
Yeah, that's how bad you need to go.
Oh my God.
That's what you should have done to this guy. You should have shoved him. I'm like, I'm bleeding.
Yeah, that would have gone over really well.
No, I pushed him and ran away, guys.
Oh my God.
But I've been in those types of situations where you're in panic mode. Like this is an emergency.
Right.
And you're willing to fight homeless people to poop. Kevin made it seem like that is sit down. We lost Kevin. All right. Anyone else been in one of these types of situations before where it was an emergency woman thing and you're like, I'm in desperate times. You have to use something out of the ordinary, unorthodox to solve the women issue. You had to find a random bathroom in places. Or you had to fight homeless people. Whatever you had to do. You've been in these types of situations where you needed an emergency solution. When did it happen so AB and I could feel less like crazy people? Kevin made it seem like I have lost it completely.
No, I thought you really had to go.
855-444-6342. We share everything with you. TMI. AB was on her period.
I got my period, and the bathroom was closed for the next 30 minutes, and the male security guard refused to let me go.
Like, this is an emergency woman situation. I feel like you're not the only woman that has been in an emergency situation where you're like, oh my God, right now, this is when it's happening. When did this happen for you? 855-444-6342. You found yourself in an emergency situation, so AB can be like, okay, sister, I'm not alone.
I actually had a friend who started her period on a road trip with her brother, and the brother was driving, and she put in a tampon while sitting in the passenger seat.
Oh my God!
And he had no idea.
He didn't know?
He had no idea.
I feel like you can be really discreet about that, but oh my gosh, the fact that she had to do it next to her brother, I can't comprehend that.
The fact that guys don't have any clue what that even means.
I could be putting one in right now. Would you guys know?
I don't know. Are you? I don't know. I don't think I actually know how it works. Now that you said that, I really just realized how naive I am.
There's a ton of ways to do it discreetly, and I believe that men would never notice, but personally, as a sister myself, I would rather die than do that next to my brother.
It really goes to show you how little of the female anatomy men really understand, because I didn't think that would be possible for AB to be sitting here or to be doing it on a road trip, but apparently it's a thing.
Which might, again, be why the security guard didn't move. You know, he didn't.
He just expected me to put it in.
Maybe he knew. He was like, Kevin, maybe that's what he made.
He was
like, I heard you can do
he
this.
was like, you can do it right here, right now.
I heard the story.
I've heard the stories about people doing it discreetly, and I think you should just do that, okay? I've heard the stories. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
That's what he was thinking.
That's what Kevin thinks he thought that. Okay, maybe that's what he was thinking. We don't know what he was thinking. Patty, you were in an emergency situation, had to go to the bathroom, walked into a bathroom. What was happening?
Well, there were two employees hooking up.
So did you use it still? Was it that much of an emergency where you like, get out of the way like Kevin said? What did you do?
I ducked into the men's room, and I know for a fact they did not wash their hands afterwards.
How do you know? How do you know that? How does
Well, because they were coming out and he was still adjusting himself.
They opened up the door. The timing, man. Everything about this couple, you know everything about.
Oh, it was. I said, "Well, I'll never eat here."
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Patty! Wow, did not see that coming. Everything about this conversation, I did not see coming, including the security guard who just assumed that AB would put it in discreetly.